Wait for this to focus, and we're in. What's up, guys? How you all doing? Been a while, I know. I wanted to talk to you about something specific today, but let me just quickly say a word about this. The iPhone 10, I love it. I absolutely love it. When I went back to using an iPhone 8 the other day, 8 Plus, Jade's one, it was like using something from a different decade. It felt so antiquated and old. I absolutely love this thing. There's a few downsides, but mostly positive. The screen is beautiful. The cameras are great. The notch you forget about in literally a couple of days. Most of the stuff about it is great. I love all the gestures. I much prefer it to the home button. Face ID works flawlessly. And better than I ever thought it would do. The battery life is not as good as a Plus model, and I wish there was a bigger one. But anyway, that's my quick breakdown. I'm going to do a video on it, actually, believe it or not. But anyway, that's that. The main reason I wanted to talk to you about, guys, today, because it's been driving me insane, is about I've tweeted out twice, and I've put a quick link on a Facebook group about this new sort of, I don't know what you'd call it, like investment platform that I've been using. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I tweeted it out as just a thing, you know, if you're interested, check it out. But I've had like a million questions. I've had abuse. I've had people say thank you. Like, it's been a bit of a wish-wash experience. So, and I just put it out there because I thought it's great. But anyway, I'm going to explain it to you guys now as the loyal mofos that you are. So, for ages, you guys know I've been doing like Bitcoin stuff. I mean, I've actually been involved with Bitcoin from day one, when it was worth like a cent per Bitcoin. And if I'd have kept all my Bitcoins over the years, I would be a multi-millionaire. Ridiculous amount, tens of millions. But I didn't. And now they're worth $8,000 today at this point. Something ridiculous. Maybe more than that, 8,200, I think. Anyway. People ask me all the time, how can I make money with Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. And I never want to talk about it because Bitcoin could just disappear tomorrow. It could be worth nothing tomorrow. But then at the same time, so could anything. You know, a few years ago, the British banks went bankrupt. And if it wasn't for the government bailing it out, we would have all lost everything. So, you know, and that could be the same. You know, we've seen companies like Blockbuster, like, you know, There's loads of companies that have gone bankrupt over the years. So it could happen to anything. But I don't want to be the person who says, get involved in this, it's fucking awesome, and then you lose all your money. But this is different because the way in which you can potentially earn insane amounts of money from very small amounts of money. So, you know, you could start off with as little as like a £50 investment, and that £50 investment in 5 years could be worth... I've done some calculations. Let me just check this out. Sorry, I should have had this open. This is a bit of an ad hoc thing, really. Where is it? I made like a little spreadsheet. Now, obviously, the value of Bitcoin changes like every 5 seconds. So this was based upon what it was a couple of weeks ago. It's actually gone up since then. But, you know, it could go up and down. Who knows? So this is the way I work it out. So if you was to put in £50 today, the figures would actually be slightly more than this at current value. In 6 months, you would have £80. In 1 year, you'd have £130. In 2 years, you'd have £372. In 3 years, you'd have £1,300. In 4 years, you'd have £4,400. And in 5 years, you'd have 15,000, and I can't read it because something's over the top of it, pounds. So... yeah, it's a crazy situation, really, because of the way in which it works. Now, let's just scale that out slightly, okay? If you was to buy 10, they're called tokens, and they're about £50 each. In 6 months, you would have £1,000. In 1 year, you'd have 2,000. I'm rounding these figures up, by the way. In 2 years, you'd have £7,000. In 5 years, in 3 years, you'd have £22,000. In 4 years, you'd have £80,000. And in 3 years, you'd have £300,000. 5 years, you'd have £300,000 from 500. Now, like, when I first heard about this, I thought to myself, this is some bullshit. This is far too good to be true. It's ridiculous. Like, but because you can put a small amount in, I thought, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to try it. I've lost so much money. I've not lost so much money, but I've lost the opportunity to have so much money with Bitcoin over the years because I've kept like just thinking it's never going to go up more than this. It's never going to go up more than this, and keep selling. When in reality, if I'd have had a bit more faith, like I say, I'd have been, we'd have been having this conversation and I'd be sitting on a yacht right now. Now, if you scale that up again, if you used to go in with 50 packs, okay, so that would be 50 times £50. In 6 months, that's worth 5,000. In 1 year, that's worth 10,000. In 2 years, that's worth 35,000. In 3 years, that's worth 120,000. In 4 years, it's worth 430,000. And in 5 years, it's worth 1.5 million pounds, right? Okay, so, and that's not bullshit either, by the way. You can go online, you can create an account, and there's a calculator on the website, and you can do all this yourself. So how is that even like remotely possible? So let me tell you how it works. So the way it works is that you buy these packs in £50 blocks or $60 or however it works out, and whatever you buy, you get guaranteed. They guarantee this. Now, obviously, the company could go bankrupt and then they can't guarantee shit. But during the time that they're trading, they guarantee you that they will give you 140% return on your investment at between 0.75 and 1.25% per day until you hit 140% return on your investment. So if you put in 1,000, and I'm not going to say currencies because it could be any currency. If you put in 1,000 currencies and in approximately 140 days, because we'll say on average between 0.75 and 1.25 is 1% per day, in 140 working days, you will have £1,400, and you can just withdraw that £1,400, okay? And that's fine. You can make that. There's nowhere else that you're going to get that kind of return on investment at a guaranteed. I'm going to keep doing guaranteed like that because the company could go bankrupt. Who knows? Return on your investment. The banks don't give you that. There's no way you can do that really with anywhere else unless you take huge gambles on spread betting or something like that, or even gambling in general. Now, sorry, let me close this door. Sorry, bit of a slam. So that's how it works. 0.75 to 1.25% per day return on your investment until you get to 140%. So on average, it's 1% for 140. This is working days as well, by the way. So in half a year, you get 40% of what you put in extra, including on what you got back, and then your token runs out and you're done. Now, the way you get from the small figures to the really big figures that we spoke about earlier over a long projected period is by something called compounding, which is a kind of generic term, but compounding in terms of this stuff. And this company, by the way, is called USI Tech. The way that it works is by compounding. So what you do is every time you have enough money from your 1% return to buy another token, you buy another token. Now, if you start calculating that over 6 months, not over 6 months because that's the first 140 days, but you start calculating that over a 1 year, a 2 year, a 3 year period, you end up with a significant amount of tokens at the end of it. And the return on that every single day, at the end of it, gives you these huge figures. So let's say you put in 500, okay, and they're 50 each. After 10 working days of the 1%, you're going to have enough to buy another token. So then you've got 11. Now you're getting the 1% return on 11 tokens. In another 9 days or whatever, and I'm speeding this up, you're going to get another token. And then you're going to have 12 tokens. Then you're getting the return on that. So the speed it takes you to buy the next one is even faster. Now, when you start getting into the hundreds, and I'm in the hundreds right now, you basically are earning tokens every single day. And my token output is going up like insanely, and it's just getting worth more and more and more, and my daily payout is becoming more and more and more and more and more. Now, you can just completely keep to compound until a certain time and then just withdraw the whole lot, or you can get to a certain point whereby you could say, for example, right, I'm going to rebuy at 70% to keep my tokens growing, but I'm going to withdraw at 30%. and you're essentially getting an income. So if I was to do that at the moment, I'm not going to tell you the exact figures, but I'll give you a close idea. If I was to do that 70-30 split at the moment, I could probably earn, I don't know, £80 a day, something like that. Just free money, like literally free money. Now, what most people do, and my tokens are still increasing, so my overall end worth when I decide to completely withdraw is worth more. So what a lot of people do is they put a bit of money into it, and then when they start earning their money, they basically take out the money that they've put in, and then they just compound on whatever is left. So they've essentially put zero into it. So, you put £500 into it, over a period of time you withdraw that £500, and then whatever's left, your investment is zero because you've got your seed money back. And I know loads of people that have done that, and they've got their seed money back, and they've actually withdrawn more money on top of that. Now, me personally, I'm not. Although I've got my seed money back, I'm actually just going to be compounding, and this is a long-term thing for me. I'm in for the long haul. And if they go bankrupt, I've actually lost nothing. I've lost zero because I've already got my seed money back. But if they don't, and things do work out, and like I say, things have worked out with Bitcoin over these past few years, it could be insane. And there's a group on Facebook, a closed group, which I can invite you to if you want me to, a secret group I think it's called. And there are people on there becoming millionaires like every single day off the back of this. People are quitting their jobs and just having this pay them. Loads of stuff like that. Loads and loads of success stories. Now a lot of people, let's talk about the negatives. A lot of people say this is a Ponzi scheme, it's a pyramid scheme, it's a scam, blah, 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 blah. From my experience and the dozens of people I know and all the group chats that I'm involved in that are specifically for it, that is bullshit. The reason I think a lot of people say that is that there is an affiliation part of this, if you want there to be. So if, for example, I got you guys to sign up and you all bought stuff with it, I get a percentage of what you invest with. So there is that part of it which makes it kind of pyramidy, but the world is a pyramid scheme. Banking is a pyramid scheme. You can say that to anything. Now, if for example, you guys sign up, and what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to leave a link to my link, and then I'm going to pick someone who I barely know, and I'm going to put their link in as well. So if you don't want to sign up through my link, you can sign up through their link. You have to do it through someone's link. You can't do it any other way. So I'll put the two links down there if you want to do it, and it's completely free to sign up. There's no obligation. You don't really pass any information across. It's completely up to you. And then once you sign up, you can go in and you can check all the calculators. But if you sign up and then you get 2 people to sign up and then they get 2 people to sign up and then they get 2% people to sign up, you're going to earn commission on whatever they do as well. So it doesn't just start and stop with whoever you sign up with. It goes right the way down the tunnel. And there's people out there on these groups that I've seen who have got over 15,000 people signed up on their link. And like they're making ridiculous amounts of money. What you can also do is you can actually buy tokens for the people that sign up. So like I could say, for example, I'm going to do a giveaway. Maybe I'll do this. If you guys are interested, leave a link below, leave a comment below. And I might even do a giveaway that says I'm going to give away 5 tokens to people who sign up through my link. And we'll do it live and I'll show you it as well. So you know I'm doing it. And maybe we'll do something like that. Because I can actually buy tokens for you. Now, I get bought tokens every single day because of the amount that I've now got. My compounding is buying me new tokens every single day, like when I'm rebuying. This is actually going on way longer than I'd have thought it was going to. Sorry, because I don't know if I've waffled or whatever. But let's just recap. 140% back on your investment every single time. You're locked in through that period. You can't withdraw through that period. It's impossible. You can only get it out at the end. Daily. You can't bail out of it. You can't say, I want the remainder of my money back. So if you put in £1,000 today, you're going to get 1% on that every single day for 140 days, and you can only withdraw it each day at a minimum of €10 a day, I think it is. So yeah, They say it's guaranteed. Now, they make their money through Bitcoin mining and Ethereum, whatever it's called, mining. And on their YouTube channel, there's a video of all the kit they've got, and they showing how many they can make a day and all this kind of stuff. So they're basically taking your money, they're investing it in mining and various other bits and pieces, and then they're giving you a return on your investment of 1% a day. Which I don't think is ridiculous by any means, because most companies are going to be making, 15% at least net. So they're only giving away 1%. They're probably making a lot more than that. At the moment as well, by the way, 40 million of these tokens have been bought. This is not a small thing. It's fucking huge. So, yeah, that's it, guys. I'm going to stop there. And what I'll do is I'll leave you guys to ask questions down below. Now, this is not me being like, oh, I want you to sign up so I can benefit from whatever you buy. Obviously, that would be a bonus. But I don't really care. This is more, I've seen this great opportunity. Have a look at it. Because you can put in a small amount of money and earn a fucking ridiculous amount of money. Potentially. If they don't go bankrupt, or if something doesn't go wrong, or if Bitcoin doesn't crash, or blah, 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 blah. But like I say, I'm going to leave links below. I'm going to leave one for someone that I barely know, and you can just sign up through their link. That's got nothing to do with me whatsoever. Or you can sign up through my link. The sign up is completely free. You don't have to pay. You don't have to put any credit card details in, nothing. And you can only buy the tokens in Bitcoin. So first of all, you have to buy a Bitcoin, or not a Bitcoin, a percentage of a Bitcoin, to whatever money you want to invest, $50 worth, for example. And then with that Bitcoin, that part of a Bitcoin, you can then buy your token, and that's when you're locked in for your 140 days. You can buy your tokens through things like Coinbase or Bitstamp or whatever. Your Bitcoins through those people. Anyway, I'm going to stop it there because I've been waffling way too long. Yeah. Please don't be a hater. I really can't be bothered with it. Don't do it if you don't want to do it. It doesn't make any difference to me whatsoever. See what you think. Let me know. Peace.